Hey y'all, it's Summer with hammondsnest.com, and I have the cutest project. I have fallen in love with how this came out, and I hope you enjoy seeing it come together. Glad you're here. So the first thing I have are 6 tin cans that I just had from some veggies, some canned veggies, and I salvaged them, I cleaned them, I rinsed them out and peeled the labels off. And now I'm just giving them a coat of white chalk paint. So fast forward, all of them have been painted, all of them are dried. Now I'm going to give them a little distressing and do that to all 6 of them. Okay, once that's finished, it's time to grab some beautiful vintage botanical prints I found on a free site online. And I printed out 2 of each style that I'm going to decoupage onto the side of the cans. Now, I am choosing to use an outdoor Mod Podge formula because I kind of designed this with thinking of using it in the garden to carry garden tools, because this is going to be a caddy. You'll see it. It's going to be so cute. But so I did that as an outdoor thing. But you could use any kind of Mod Podge, especially if you're going to bring this indoors and use it as a utensil caddy or for decorative flowers or something like that. But I just take the artwork that I cut to size for the tin cans, and I'm going to decoupage it onto each side of the cans and then give it a coat over the top of it as well. So I'm going to speed this up for you. You can see I'm just sealing that off, and do that to all 6 cans and end up with each design on each side of the caddy. So see, here's my beautiful piece of reclaimed wood that I'm laying out one side of the cans on. And I'm just marking with a permanent marker where I'm going to drill holes into the can so that they can be screwed into this wood. Now, this is the green block you see there is my drilling block. And that's when I'm drilling into metal and I'm trying to drill a hole that gives the drill something to go into. So there I've got a hole, and I'm going to do that for all 6 cans. Then it'll be time to assemble it all. Now I have my screws, and I've got my decorative piece of wood that's going to be the whole center of my caddy. It's going to hold everything together. I'm going to line that up and just start screwing in all these cans. Now, because you can see kind of the thickness of the wood and the screws that I had on hand, depending on what size tin cans you use or what kind of wood you might use, this would all be different for you. But I did go in at an angle so that it would hold it really tight and not come out of the other side of the wood. And then I just arranged the screws in certain places to make sure that they wouldn't hit on either side. So you can see it really came together quite nicely. I'm making sure that the bottom, when it sits up, I'm still making sure that it's level. And this is the 3rd can on the one side. Now, after I get this one screwed in, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and put on the other 3, and then we'll move on for our final embellishment. So this is after all 6 cans have been assembled onto the wood. It sits up nicely on its own, but I thought it needed a little handle. So I had this handle that I picked up at a local craft store, and I'm just going to pop in a couple screws here, and our design will be complete. Now, I do want to give you a couple looks at it, one in the garden and then one on my dining room table with some flowers in it to give you some ideas. But I do think this would make a really precious utensil caddy, and I'm sure you could come up with some other things as well. But I really love the vintage botanicals. It feels very springy, very summery, and I am very, very pleased with it. And of course, all those vintage botanicals still worked really well with using these beautiful flowers as a centerpiece. And this one was really fun. I hope you're inspired to make one. Of course, if you are, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Join me again next time, and visit hammondsnest.com for more creative ideas.